And welcome to the Learning Love Together podcast with me and my wife, Sabrina.
I am Sabrina McGill. Just wanted to put faces with the voices of the podcast. Thank you guys for listening to the first few episodes of Learning Love Together. We've posted too, right? Our intro and then our talk with the Beasleys.
We have
Fun,
two
fun,
episodes
fun,
up
fun.
on YouTube, and this will be our third episode.
Yes. Thank you for listening again. So you can find us by going to YouTube and you can type in Learning Love Together and it'll come up. You can also look for the Faux Show, the number 4, SHO. Subscribe to the Faux Show, and that's how you'll be able to listen to more of our podcast.
And we're also on Instagram at Learning Love Together
Learning Love Together
and the Faux Show.
and the Faux Show. 2 separate Instagram accounts. However, on YouTube, you'll get both. You have to go to the Faux Show to get to the Learning Love Together.
Yeah, we're not experts.
We're not.
We're learning love together.
Learning love together with you guys. We're all learning love together. We want you to grow in love with us. Right? We're not relationship experts. There are some podcasts that I listen to whenever I'm looking for information about certain topics.
Yes.
I like the Casey Crew. They're a great podcast to listen to with DJ Envy and Gia Casey. They always have some great, colorful conversations.
Yes, if you married and you got a bunch of kids, well, I mean, they do a lot with their kids, so
Very family oriented.
they give you all kind of ideas about how to structure the kids and everything that they have going on in their life.
I also listen to One Extraordinary Marriage.
Never heard of
I don't know
it.
their names. I'd have to go back and get it, but they talk about sex and intimacy a lot, and finances and how it's all related. It's a really good podcast. You can check that one out. One Extraordinary Marriage. That's a good one. Another one I found he just started listening to as well. Well, he listened to it today. The Love Hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Love Hour too. All of these couples. Oh, and Dead Ass with Kadeen and DeVal. Those are some good ones that I like to listen to. They've all been married like over 15 years, 20 years. So if you want some advice, go listen.
I heard one episode of them on Angela Yee's podcast.
What, Dead Ass?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I never heard their podcast.
Yeah, it's good. They're young. They're like 34. Don't give me the line. I think maybe 34, 35. You know, they call themselves, well, the young millennial marriage is how they describe their podcast. But they've been together like 20 years, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're vets. They're pros in the game. So, yes, those are some podcasts you can check out to probably get some more tailored advice. But you guys are learning love together with us, so I
And
don't
we
have
appreciate
all
it.
together. Yes.
We sure appreciate it.
We need you guys to answer questions for us. So, right.
Right.
All right.
So our first episode, we're going to do a little recap.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know one thing we talked about was the 5 love languages.
And we talk about this a lot because my wife thinks that it was a best-selling book and everyone knows about it. But all the couples that we have on, no one seems to know about it.
Well, we've only had 2 couples. So
none of them.
They don't count as everybody.
I said none of the ones that we had on knew about it.
But the book has sold like over 5 million copies, so there are plenty of couples.
So they 0 for 2.
They're 0
Right now, they're 0 for 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so if you want to know the 5 love languages, it's about how we all receive or how we express love. And we usually express love in the way that we want to receive love. And there's 5 different areas: physical touch, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, and words of affirmation. So I think it's a great book to read, a great test to take with your spouse. They have a couples quiz for singles. They have children's quiz, and you can go to www.5lovelanguages.com/quizzes/ and you can take the quiz. Take it with your spouse.
We'll put the link in the bio if possible.
Yeah, we can do that. We'll see how accurate you think the love language quiz is. What do you think yours is? I think we talked about it.
I know what mine is.
What?
Acts of service.
Not gifts?
No.
I thought it was gifts.
No, it wasn't gifts. It was act of service and physical touch.
Physical touch.
That's what it was, yeah.
And you think that's true? What acts of service make you feel loved? Like, if I do this, you feel your love tank is full.
Pedicure. From you, I don't want to go to the
What else?
the people that do it.
If that is a measurement of love.
And massages. That's both.
Y'all see my face when he said pedicure. I've done it.
My feet ain't that bad.
How many have I?
They ain't
I've
great,
given
but
you
they not that
pedicures,
bad.
right?
Yeah, you did it a long time ago. I don't remember.
Like once or more than once?
It was a long time ago. I'm talking.
Okay.
It was a long time ago. It's
How many
okay.
have I received any pedicures from you?
No, I'm not supposed to give pedicures.
Why?
I'm supposed to receive them.
Why?
That's how it goes.
That's how it goes in a marriage?
Yes.
You're supposed to receive and never give?
Pedicures. I give massages.
I would love a pedicure. That would make me feel so happy and special.
I didn't have enough to know how to give them. See, it's different for you. You had enough. So you experienced it from receiving them. I haven't received enough.
You to get pedicures?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Okay.
But it wasn't that many. I had like under 10 in my life, so.
And how many of them were from me?
Probably 2.
2? Oh, you've had 10 personal pedicures?
No, 10 total. I ain't have
Going
a lot.
to the shop or someone else giving them to you?
I didn't have a lot.
Go ahead.
I didn't have a lot.
Okay, crawl out of that rabbit hole.
I didn't have a lot.
Well, thank you for putting that on my brain on getting you a gift certificate to take you to get.
No, I don't need
pedicure.
other people to do it. I need you to do it.
We're not going to talk about this on camera.
Too late. We on camera
Shall
talking
we,
about it.
Pan the camera down to your feet. I love you.
Man.
I love you. Shall we move on?
Let's
What
go.
else? So what other acts that make you feel love? That's it? So you don't feel like I love you because I haven't given you a pedicure in months?
I didn't say
So
that.
what other acts
That's
of
why
service?
I'm not really with this love language. I'm not a fan because I feel like you need all of them.
You do need all of them.
And if you give all of them, you'll be all right.
And that when you take the quiz, it's 1 through 10. They give you, based on the questions, a range. So you can score high on one thing, low on the other thing. Like me, I'm low on gifts because I don't really care. Gifts are great. They cute when I get them.
Yeah, but if you
I
get
don't
the
need a
right
gift for you
gift,
to
then
feel-
I've been paying attention though.
Yeah.
Like if you give the right gift, it ain't just giving
I
a
agree.
gift. You got to give
Intentional,
the right
thoughtful,
gift.
Yeah, of course. It's going to land. It's going to be great. However, for me, words of affirmation will mean a lot more. Like when you gave me the last gift you gave me, and you said, when you gave me the little clutch, the coach, the wristlet,
Oh yeah.
and you said, it's great to see your hard work paying off. Like, here you go. That felt good. Told me you were noticing. So, well, of course you notice because you support, you help along with my business endeavor. But saying that to say, for me,
So the
in my
words
quiz,
saying that was more important than the gift itself.
no, the gift was really
Oh,
thoughtful.
cause I was gonna
needed
say
it.
I could have
No,
just
needed
said
the
that
gift.
and kept
No,
on.
no. But it is important to affirm your partner. Like, I do my best to try to keep you uplifted and motivate you and encourage you.
Yeah.
You need the same thing. As well as
I do it. I
'cause
just
you
don't
got
do it
that fresh
enough.
cut, and I was like, ooh, stuff like that.
I do it. I just don't do it enough. I could do a little better.
Okay. And what other acts of service would you like from me, Jerry?
We'll talk about it off.
Acts
camera.
of service for me. Okay. Helping with the dishes, Oh, that's so sexy. Remember that time I came home and the kitchen was clean and I was like, oh, thanks, babe. And you're like, Dre did that. But I was so turned on. Like, that's so sexy. Babe, I did the laundry. Look, I folded them. Okay. All right, we can move on.
Moving on.
So go take the quiz, guys, and see
Yeah, I'll
if
go
you match
take the
up with your
quiz.
partner. We like to ask the couples if they know. We're going to run into a couple that knows. We're 0 for 2 right now, but this next couple, I'm sure
I'm saying they gonna have it because the next couple been
listening
to our
to our podcast. And they like
podcast.
to subscribe, like we need you guys to do. Go to the Faux Show, the number 4.
Well, not the next
SSW.
couple, because the next couple didn't.
We don't know who the next couple's gonna be right now. I mean, it could be
Okay.
placement.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what else you got?
All right,
there?
so we're gonna recap first.
What else?
Well, our first episode.
What
That's
else
what
did we
we're
talk
doing
about?
now,
That's
and
cool.
we talked
Love
about
languages. What else did they talk about? Intentional. The importance of intentional quality time. That was a good thing. Uncle D talked about that.
yeah.
A point that I remember that sticks in my head is how he said, just because you're laying in the bed together every day, or just because you're in the house together every day, that's not quality time. Like, you have to intentionally set apart some time, and it doesn't have to be fancy, but actually planning out some time to give your partner undivided attention. And they've been married, 25 years, 26 years? So, yes, that is important. Anything?
I think you put a little bit too much on that.
That's what do you mean? You
Because
don't think intentional quality time is important?
yeah, it is, and I'm working on it. But it's like I feel like you put a lot on it. Like, I don't think it's as bad as you
I
say.
didn't say nothing.
Or
We
you
recapping the
yeah, but you
episode.
would say that you want more, or you need more. And our schedule is like kind of hectic, so scheduling it could be a problem.
That's why you have to intentionally plan it. But we have a lifetime to go. We have a lifetime to go, and I think it's important, huh? Maybe.
I say remember that.
Oh yeah. Well, see, and that's the thing. I have to check myself too sometimes, because I expect things to be a certain way, and expectations definitely a killer of
It
your
is.
marriage. With us only being a year in, I feel like, hey, we should still be in the lovey-dovey stage. But, I mean, life happens. We're still kind of in that sometimes. But that's one of those expectations, like you expect. And when I was listening to the One Extraordinary Marriage podcast, they were saying that sometimes you have that expectation from TV that it's supposed to be butterflies all the time, but that's not real life.
Yeah, that's definitely
that's
not real life.
So.
Or following social media, like that's give you a bad octave of what's going on in other people's lives. Like,
right.
You see them going on trips all the time. You don't see the arguing and fussing and fighting.
Right.
You don't see everything, the negative stuff. That you only see the good stuff.
Right.
So you don't know what it took for them to get there.
Right. That's what we want to. We want to talk about the negative stuff and the positive stuff, but just the real stuff that people.
No, I'm just saying, like, on social media, it's just a portrait of
the stuff you want people to see.
Yeah,
the good stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
All the good stuff.
Yeah. But so I've read and I've heard that, like, the first 2 years of marriage are the hardest. Some say 2 to 5, but the first 2 years of marriage are the hardest. They said because it's a power struggle. Everybody's learning. We're learning each other, learning how to communicate, learning likes and dislikes. Stuff that, yes, we talked about while dating, but the game changes when you get married, because you see them every day. We're in bed together. We wake up together,
Yeah.
So
you say you see them every day. That's how it was before we got married.
Well, I know, but it's different when you get married. And that's what I tell people.
I don't think it should be different. I think the expectations change. And that's where the problem come in. But this, like I said, like she said before, I'm not an expert, but that's just my opinion.
I think that it changes because you don't have the option to leave. I mean, technically you do, but when you get married, you don't. You know what I mean? Like, divorce is off the table. Divorce is off of the table, So knowing that divorce is off the table, you can't run.
True.
But when you're just dating, you could decide to call it a loss. Man, this isn't working. Bye. But when you're married, you've made that commitment. You're in it. So, I have to deal with you wanting pedicures all the time. Do you call them the quiet music or the white noise?
Yeah. But it's sensory deprivation. You don't want any sensory inputs.
So I'll tell you, I had the blue light on at first. And I closed the pod, and I'm laying there chilling. I think I had my arms or whatever. So I'm chilling. I already have anxiety, so I'm trying to relax. And then even though my eyes were closed, I still sensed that it was pitch black. Like the lights went out totally, and then I just hopped up and opened, looked for the light switch and turned the light on because it was just so weird. It was weird. It was weird though because it went totally pitch black. And even though I knew I was in there alone, the door is locked, it's soundproof, it's supposed to be totally quiet, it just freaked me out, y'all. And I turned the light back on, but I still closed my eyes. And eventually I was able to calm down. They give you a little floaty to put behind your head if you're scared to let go. But I eventually moved that and was able to float. So overall, I came out feeling really rested and relaxed.
Yeah. I feel that it was a great experience, and
How'd you feel
if
after?
you're looking for something different to
Oh,
do, I suggest you try float therapy. We just
Float
looked it up
therapy.
on Groupon and got the discount and called them and scheduled an appointment. But how did I feel? I felt great. I really enjoyed it. It went by quicker than I thought it would, cause I kept thinking, like, my mind would wonder, and I was like, when am I gonna feel like I'm separated from my body? So I was
You
like
thought
waiting
you
on
were-
that.
You
But
thought
that's
you were
what
gonna have
sensory
an
dep
outer bo- oh,
that's what sensory
deprivation.
deprivation is.
an
So
outer body experience.
what that's how you feel because you don't have no input to your body. So your body is withdrawn from input. So you floating, it's like you floating in air.
Gotcha.
So I was waiting for that, and I kept waiting, and I was getting it.
Your mind was too active.
Yeah, so it never happened for me, but I would try it again. It was a nice experience.
I was able to focus and get some good ideas for business.
That's
I plugged
great.
it.
You could plug your business.
I
Don't
don't
plug your ideas.
Well, yeah, I got a great idea for my business, The Pink Palette. Find me on Instagram at The Pink Palette and Facebook, ThePinkPalte, private chef and caterer. Sip and Sizzle mobile cooking classes. You can look that up. I have one coming up on July 20th. Okay. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Oh, anything else we got from the Beasleys?
No, it's a great episode. We want y'all to
Go
check it
listen
out
to it.
again. If you haven't heard it, please go look at it.
Share it on your page.
Share it, like
on all
it,
your social media
comment.
platforms.
rate it,
Please subscribe.
subscribe.
Like the Faux Show on YouTube.
Yes.
We need you to like, share, subscribe to the Faux Show, because that's how you'll be able to find, learn, and love together
Yes.
through the Faux Show. Yeah. Yes. Listen to it. So you do wanna? I have a question that I saw. Oh, the question was, can you be independent and in a relationship? On the Breakfast Club, they talked about that today.
Yes.
Can you be independent and in a relationship? Did you hear that one?
Yeah, I heard it. I think they were having a conversation saying yes you can and no you can't. I think
Well-
both are true because it came from the first lady, Michelle Obama.
Yes, she was saying
So-
she need a good teammate, a strong teammate.
So they both were saying the same things. They were just saying it different ways.
Well, Envy and Charlamagne said no.
Yeah, they were
like,
saying
they
no,
gotta
but
be dependent. They depend on their wives for everything.
yeah,
There's
but even
one-
if you want a strong teammate, you still gonna have to depend on that teammate for certain things.
Hmm. But I do believe that you have to be whole and independent. You want to be an asset, not a liability. I
Yes.
think that's the point they were trying to get across. Well,
That's the point
that
she
they
was
didn't
making.
get. Yes, that's
But
the point
they
she
didn't
was
get
making,
it,
that you
yeah.
have to be an asset and not a liability. And I think with Envy and Charlamagne saying that no, you can't be independent and
But I
dependent.
get what they were saying also, but I just feel like they were agreeing with what she was saying.
Yeah, but they were like, man, I need my keys, I need this, I need that. They were talking about, I need my wife because I can't function without her because she does everything for me. That's what they were saying.
I mean, as over time, you're going to get used to your wife doing certain things for you.
right.
It's just going to happen. I don't think that they're weaker because they need their wives. Ain't nothing wrong with
yeah,
needing
no.
your wife.
Of course. Yeah.
So I feel like they were saying the same thing. They were just looking at it from a different angle and was disagreeing with it, and they believe it.
I both sides. But I definitely think you both need to be independent.
I think what the first lady was saying was correct. Like everyone wants a strong teammate. Everyone wants a person who is not needy and need everything from you. Like,
Let me show you this that I just saw. And it's so funny. This was posted, it was circling around on social media, and it ties in definitely to what Michelle Obama said in this conversation of, can you be independent in a relationship? So there's this guy at Bob Fondo, and he posted, I want to share 10 things about this woman before we wed this weekend. When I met her, I had no place to stay. I was sleeping on the couch at a friend's house, and she knew. I found a place later on, and she helped paying my rent for months. She gave me my first car ever. My laptop got damaged, and I needed so much time. I needed it so much at the time so I could work on my things in order to earn something. She gave me hers. She covered most costs for our dates for a year. She invested in our first 2 businesses together and opted for me to run them full time. I never met her mom until when I brought my family to meet hers. She celebrated and congratulated me for any penny I made at the time, even when it was as little as $10. She supported everything I was trying to do to make ends meet, whether or not it earned us money or not. Though I'm very stable and all that now, I know she doesn't really care about those things. She cares about me solely. I know she'd give me anything in the world if she had to, because she has provided it over and over again. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the kind of woman I'm marrying. And somebody replied and said, your mom looks so young. Was the comment. You don't get it?
No.
They're saying that
His wife is his mom.
basically. So.
But he not marrying his wife.
He was talking about his wife that he's about to marry. So that's immediately what I thought of when they were saying, can you be independent and in a relationship? Like, he was not
independent.
No, he was totally a liability. And she took a huge risk. Like, she definitely saw something in him that he didn't see in himself. So
do you think many women do that, or?
I think that a lot of women do that. Yeah. You know, the thing is, men are always taught to go after what they want. You know, they're hunters. Men don't settle. Men get what they want. They don't settle for a woman that they don't really want. They go after what they want. The women, we're taught to, if he has a blue collar job, it's okay. Oh, if he did time, it's okay. Oh, if he's struggling, just help him. Just boost him up. Just help him get, like, we're taught struggle love.
Yeah.
Where men are taught, don't, just go get what you want.
This is going to be an hour show before you know it.
I know, but that's good.
Well, okay.
So, that's why this whole thing was laughable, because a lot of women view that, married and unmarried, view that as struggle love to the 10th power. And a lot of people was like, oh, hell no, that sound like his mama,
Yeah.
Because that was definitely extra. Like, but also at the same time, you can tell the difference between a man with a plan, a man that has a work ethic, a man that might be down, but you could tell he has something going for himself, like his character, his heart, or whatever, and a bitch ass nigga, a bum. So you can tell the difference between a bum that's just trying to.
So what you saying
is homosexual trying to find somewhere to stay. You can tell the difference.
She just seen the potential in him, and that's why she did all those things.
Yeah, I obviously it paid off for her. It doesn't pay off for all women, but it paid off for her. So,
So what would you tell? What would you tell a woman that was in that situation? If that was your friend in the group chat, what advice would you give her? To run?
Well, I would ask her, how is he?
You'll tell her to run.
I would ask her.
It's okay.
No, I would ask her, how does he make her feel? You know what I mean? Like, okay, you don't have a job and I cook, but are you washing the dishes? Like, are you still helping contribute to me to where you don't feel like a liability to me? Like, obviously he was doing something. I mean, it could have been just maybe he's packing. I don't know. Maybe it's good. I have no clue. But I think, like I said, you can tell the difference between a man that has just ask him, how long were you, your last job? How long were you there? If he say, oh, I was there for 3 months, And then I was working somewhere else for about a year. And then before that, I was there for 6 months. He probably has a problem holding down a job, right? But if you
True.
ask him, you know, what happened with your last job? How long you were there? Oh, I was there 6 years, 8 years, 10 years. Then this is a man with a strong work ethic,
So
and
that
he's just
matters.
damn. Hell yeah, it matters. It matters. It definitely matters. Being somewhere, having job stability and longevity, you know, shows that you have a good work ethic, which is very, very important. I'm an entrepreneur. My work ethic, uh, I'll tread lightly. Working for other people is very difficult because I have goals. I'm an entrepreneur. Feels like a cage. That's all I'm going to say about that. And I think it's different for women. I think it's different for women. Like men,
How so? What part?
like men will date a woman that well, I mean, of course, you looking at her physically, you know, and it's something that she does for you. But men will date a woman with less and help her come up. You know what I mean? We as women, we don't really want to do that. Like we want to find our equal. We want to find someone that can add to us, not someone we have to go through the struggle of with. So, but I think as a man being a provider, like you having to provide for her and help lift her up or whatever to reach your mutual goals. Maybe that's fulfilling. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all comment. Let me know what y'all think. These are just my thoughts. I'm not an expert. I, I'm not an expert.
Well, thanks for
Oh,
everyone
okay.
liking. Thank
Yep. All that good
learn
stuff.
and love
Learn and
together.
love together.